sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you, won't you let the light shine through? In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, 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 for you. world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out.
Intro time. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Motive Racing YouTube channel. We're here for the GT3 Championship here on a Sunday night on the PlayStation 4 and 5 here on Assetto Corsa Competizione. We're at the home of motorsport, the home of British motorsport anyway, Silverstone circuit for the third round of the season, and I'm sure we're going to be in for some great racing here tonight around the track, which is very technical, very tricky, but very rewarding when you get it right. My name's Andy and I'm joined in the commentary box by my usual friend in the commentary box, that is Emo Guy. Ian, welcome along, mate.
I've been here for a few streams in a row now, so people should be getting used to my name and my voice. But as you say, we're here at Silverstone. We've got a good few, recognisable names out on track. They'll all be aiming for that top spot in qualifying. We've just got underway. On the lap time that we should be keeping an eye on is high 1 minutes to 2 minute flats here at Silverstone today.
Also, God, Braddock's been listening again.
Oh, come on.
Braddock's always watching the private streams. This guy loves us. Listening to our private conversations again. Love you, Braddock. Always good to see you. Sensible conversation tonight, lads. Well, you didn't hear what was going on before that. But, yeah, kind of. But yeah. Great to always see Braddock in the private stream. He's not watching on the Motive channel. Braddock, if you haven't already, go to Motive Racing on YouTube. You can watch the actual proper stream. But here we are then anyway. We got 15 cars out on the grid for this one. You might find tonight I'm going to be a little bit worse for wear. Probably not my usual, not my sharp on the button self. When am I ever sharp? But you know what I mean. I'm going to be a little bit worse than usual tonight. So you will have to put up with my sluggish tones and slurring all the way through, because I'm absolutely shattered. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning and I have had about 2 or 3 hours sleep for the last 2 nights, so yeah, struggling.
It wasn't last weekend, but the weekend before I had to be getting sleep from Wednesday all the way until Monday morning.
You must have had Ruby last week.
No, that was before I went to the hospital.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, of course, you had your operation.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep because of the pain.
Oh, bless. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I mean, you say how much pain it was to sit down. I can imagine sleeping must have been an absolute nightmare. Oh,
yeah,
God.
I didn't want to sleep. I wanted to sleep, but I couldn't, because I knew for a fact if I went to sleep, I'd end up rolling over onto my back, which would cause an absolute descriptional pain.
Oh yeah, you could probably sleep on your belly though, that'd be alright.
Yeah, but then my back curves inwards and it's not really cool.
It's uncomfortable, isn't it? Yeah, you can, it's just like, breathing can be a bit of a pain in that sort of position.
I could not sit in any other position apart from on my side. That's the only way I could be.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, obviously, Emo Guy did have an operation a couple of weeks ago, but he is now on the mend, so obviously as he gets better, well, for now, yeah, but
I was told there's a bit of, with all races together, there's roughly about a 50% chance of it coming back.
Oh, what, the exact same thing could come back half a chance, really?
Yep. Because all it is, it's a bit of hair that goes out, and then when you're sitting for so long, it gets pushed back in. But it just starts to swell up, and then eventually it can get infected, and unfortunately that's what happened to me.
Oh wow! Oh, nice. So basically, it's a sort of like an inherent thing. It's just there, and it's always going to be like a part of basically your genetic makeup. Jeez.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, I suppose it's something. Yeah, it's got to learn to live with then, isn't it? Really, it's one of them things. It must be a bit of a pain.
I know what it is now, so I know what happens now. I know what to look for, and I know what the overall solution of it is.
Well, it's obviously good that you know how to deal with it. We've got a couple of comments in the stream. Evil Scotsman says, "Who's that idiot on comms with you, Andy?" I know who that idiot is. He's alright. He's not a complete idiot. He's alright. Good luck to we got Woody says, good luck to all the drivers. Sad I can't make it, and I probably won't be able to race the rest of the season with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 races. Woody did actually have a wheel malfunction yesterday, which means that he's not able to race regularly for this season, so unfortunate that we've obviously lost him. He raced last week at Monza in round 2 of the season and did an excellent job there, but he will not be with us here tonight. As I said before, 15 drivers out on the track, including the winner of the first race of the season, Nils Barser, who I believe took a 3rd place last week, so he's going to be up high in the point standings. In fact, you know what, I'm just going to grab the championship standings whilst we're sat here in quali with not a whole lot going on. Let me just go onto the Discord and get that up. Let's get the championship standings up on the screen, if they're done. Yeah, I think Freeman went through a lot of them over the week and got a lot of the standings up to date. Yes. So I can see the championship. Oh, for God's sake, why does it always do this? Whenever I open up Microsoft Paint, yes, I know, Microsoft Paint, but whenever I open it up on my screen, it always, the stream always goes white, and I have no idea what that has to do with it. Opening up Microsoft Paint on my computer causes the stream screen to go white for no reason whatsoever.
I believe that's privacy kind of.
Yeah, but it's on a different tab. It's on a different window.
That's what I'm saying. It's like see when you're doing the stream through the PlayStation and you go back to the main menu, and you're on the stream, the blue screen comes up. It's like that.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're probably right there, to be fair. It's probably one of those things that kind of saves you from yourself. But we got Lightblade there saying, evening Andy and Ian, good luck to everyone.
An appropriate tab.
Oh no, I don't do anything. This is my. I use this computer for the legit stuff. But we got Lightblade there saying.
I'm gonna slap you, boy. I said that last night. I said that last night. How to spell my name? You were in there. I saw you. You were in there, and you know. It's in my Discord. How to spell my name?
So how do you pronounce it? Is it Iain then, or?
Ian. It's almost the same as if there's an E in it, there, isn't it? It's pronounced exactly the same way, it's just spelled different.
I know, I'm only winding you up.
You're taking the mickey now.
Lightblade also saying a very relevant comment there. He's saying, smash the like button, guys. That's still playing on my computer, so my download is fine. My upload is just decided to depart, basically. My download is fine because the comments are still coming through on the stream. It's just the output isn't showing up. Right, it seems to have stopped now. We've got it back. We've got it back on. So seems like we're okay. That was just a momentary blip. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it might suddenly speed up and catch up. It's only about 20 seconds behind real time, the stream.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't get any more bits like that again. The KBPS is on 4,000, so it should be alright.
But Nils Barser going for a 1 minute 59.8, that is a flying time right there.
Yeah, it really is. Nils Barser took the victory in the first race of the season at Spa. It was a dominant win at that as well. He was really head and shoulders over everybody else. Rocco took P2 in that one. We saw a few other drivers with a decent performance in that opening round, but Nils was way ahead in that first round, and at the moment he's got a second of a gap here. Didn't have the advantage that he had in the opening round at Monza last week, like he did at Spa in the first round, as we said. But yeah, he's definitely going to be looking to try and stamp home that championship lead, which he has got. You're right there, mate. Did you just have a sip of some Iron Blue?
No, Lightblade he did it on purpose.
Oh, what?
He was spelling my name wrong on purpose.
Lightblade, you cheeky saucy boy.
Just looking at a comment there from Woody, you might be getting a Fanatec Drive Trosen.
Oh really?
Yeah, and that is not a cheap piece of kit.
Well, it'd be good to have Woody on track with that as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So, right, there's the standings anyway, so that's up to date at the moment. So we've got Nils Barser top of the leaderboard on 110 points. It's actually tied with Rocco. Those two level pegging after the first two rounds, which is great to see. SD12 27 points behind them in third place on 83 points. Luck Morato sits fourth on 82 points, followed by Scooter Ripple on 78 points. Then J Pilotto in sixth on 63 points, followed by Just Dance on 63, also tied on with J Pilotto. Yellow Army a point behind them in 8th place, with Woody on 60 points in 9th, followed by Rompu on 49 points in P10. Nilsson sits 11th in the standings on 37 points. Grey Wolf in 12th on 29 points, followed by Lightblade, who drove last week. He sits on 23 points in 13th spot on the leaderboard, followed by Spuzz on 14th place on 20 points. Then Stones Racing on 12 points in 15th place. Awesome Gumball sits 16th on 10 points, and Evan, Nepsjag and OPC Funny Guy all still yet to score, have all partaken in at least one race so far this season. But the winners for this season so far, Nils Barser and Woody not able to make this week, and seemingly not able to make a lot of the future races. That's obviously a massive shame there to lose him for at least this first part of the season.
Yeah, it's always unfortunate when you're able to, one minute you're able to take part in as many races as you want, and the next minute you're taking away from them. I wonder what that means at all.
Hey?
But I was always able to race. Now I can't, not all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously it's good to have you in the commentary box here.
No, but I can't. I don't want to be doing too much racing because I can't sit down for that long.
Oh,
that's one of the reasons why that would come back.
Right. Yes, of course. Of course. Yeah. No, I get you 100%. So when you comment right now, are you stood up?
No, I'm laying down.
Oh, we're laying down. So laying down's alright, but it's just the pressure of being in a seated position.
Yeah, I can stay a little while, but I can't, do
not for a long time.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But obviously, I mean, for the GT4s on a Wednesday night, we still got you in that one. You're racing alongside Ryan Ruby for that one. You've got a few of the Team Run DJC boys in your party chat for that night as well. In terms of Paul Ricard on Wednesday, how was that for you, mate? It was a good performance from what we saw.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. It was a very unexpected performance, given that I was on the controller for that race. It's not the worst track in the world. It's not a personal favourite of mine, but I feel like I did quite well with it. A lot of, just unfortunate that when I went into the pits, I opted to change my tyres, but I actually put on the dry tyres, not the wet.
And that's never what you want. Obviously, when on a track which is reasonably wet, that's never going to work out very well. But ultimately, you were in a really good position before that, though. You were in P3 before that, weren't you?
No, I was in 4th because Ryan actually caught up to me. Like, we didn't want to be fighting too much.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, no, but it's promising to see a performance like that, and especially on the controller and your first race back. And you'll be back on the G29, I imagine, this coming Wednesday.
Yep, of course. I'm actually going to be taking part in a PC endurance driver spot race tonight. So that's going to be a test to see how much I've either lost or whatever in terms of real racing.
For sure, that'll be interesting to see how you get on in that one. Once again, my download is perfect. My download is absolutely perfect. I'm literally, my private stream is playing no problemo. No stress, no problemo. It is playing like absolutely swimmingly. But for some goodness knows what reason. Alright, it's back. Alright, we're back on once again. Thank you everybody, sorry about that. Apologies. It's going to be in and out, I think, tonight. I think Virgin must be doing something in this area because the connection has been a very hit and miss so far. My download is absolutely fine, but it's the upload that's struggling because it's the stream output that seems to be a little bit here, there and all over the gaff. But yeah, nonetheless, anyway, that looks like it's going to be that for the qualifying session. So Nils Bass is taken in pole position by the start of the second head of SD12 Dash, Luck Morato in third ahead of Rocco, Rompu and Raki in 5th and 6th places, and you've got Rachid and Scuderia Paul in 7th and 8th places, followed by Spuzz and J Pilotto, Nielsen, Awesome Gumball, Yellow Army, Just Dance and Stones will be rounding out the field for this one. We've got a few comments coming in now. JR in the comments, CEO of Team Run DJC, says let's go Run DJC Racing, Rompu and Rachi. Lightblade says stream seems to be unstable. We've got Sergey in the comments. Sergey, it has been a while. It has been a long time.
Yeah.
Sergey was the GT3 league coordinator here at Motive for a little while. Also used to race in the F1 league as well. Lightblade there says even JR and Raki. Well, here we are then. Guys, let us know in the comments who you think your pick is for the win. I'm just going to quickly take this call here. I won't be a second. I'll literally tell you seconds, mate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. Hello.
Could have muted that a little bit earlier, but sure. But yeah, that's us at the end of qualifying. Nils Barca lines up in P1 with a 1 minute 59.8. That is a really good lap right there. SD12 Dash lining up behind, just beside him, only 4 tenths behind. That's going to be a really good lap, and really close race between these two, given that nothing really bad happens on track at all. The rest of the grid pretty from P9 up to P4, all separated by a second. So it's going to be a really close mid-pack battle here tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, please get your votes in. Who do you think is going to be taking the W here tonight at Silverstone for the GT3 Championship? And another thing I will ask is, while we are going through the formation lap, once Andy gets back, I will ask him to slowly skip through each car, and I want you to put into the comments who you think has the best looking livery out there tonight. Even in there, Sergey, we're doing not too bad. Just getting on with things as usual. I've been out of the action for about 2 weeks now, as I have been in the hospital recently, but back now doing some commentary, kind of taking a bit of a hiatus from a lot of the races here at Motive Racing. I hope you're doing well. It's been a long time since we have seen you. Hope you are doing well. Keeping safe and everything. Lightblade saying Luca Morato for the win. Can't look Morato in third place. That's your tip for the win then, Lightblade. Okay, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on him, and hopefully we don't jinx him too much, as we normally do in the commentary box. As unfortunate that the commentators curse is a real world thing. And the drivers are just getting ready and setting up their fuel, setting up their tyres for this formation lap, and then take one slow drive around the track, getting ready for that. Could be those green lights above the track. Hope everybody is doing well tonight, and hopefully we get a good night's racing. Awesome Gumball in the comments. How you doing? Awesome Gumball. Hopefully you're like me. You do better in the race than what you do in qualifying. We can only hope. But regardless of that, I hope you do have a good night out on track tonight and have fun. Hopefully you don't have too many issues. Lightblade saying can't deny Rompu Pink Ferrari is the best. It's looking pretty good. I'm just not a fan of pink racing cars. Maybe if you put it into a chrome type, then maybe yeah. But outside of that, I just don't like. I just don't like it. Unfortunately, no. It's From what I've saw, I'm probably, it's probably Nils Barca or Awesome Gumball's Ferrari that I really do enjoy. I've always been a fan of the way that, the way that you can mix and match the colours on the lovely combination that you can do with the Ferrari. But I just saw rompers and I really do enjoy that. There's just something about white and blue on a racing car that I really do enjoy. Yeah, JR, absolutely. It's never a guarantee that the way that the position that cars are in now will be the same as we go on to the later laps of the race. There's always a chance that something might just happen to the guys out in front. They could get onto the curbs and put the power down a little bit too early. They could go into a corner a little bit too fast and go wide. There's always something that could go wrong. Hopefully they don't, and hopefully we have some really good battles along the way. But there's always the chance of it happening. Now, don't worry, so I'm sure if once you're finished with work for a while, and after you're finished with your studying, you'll be able to take a hiatus from that and come back to us and show us what we've been missing from yourself for quite a long time now. Because we really do miss you in the comms box and out on track. So hopefully we have you back soon. And it looks like it's back. We have got the man himself, Andy, back in the box.
Sorry about that, mate. Yep, I just had to quickly take a call there. But yeah, good to see Sergey back in the comments again. It's been a while, and he used to race with us on F1, he used to race with us on ACC, did a couple of races in the Clios, I think, on Project Cars as well. So he's a man who's very versatile and was just very much into his sim racing across the board. So yeah, good to see Sergey once again. Be good to see you back at it, bro, says Lightblade. But we've got some of the most exciting racing out on track in front of us right now. We've got the GT3 drivers here, 4Motives GT3 League here on a Sunday night, and it's always an absolute pleasure to commentate on these guys. I think we're in for a treat once again. Nils Barca and Rocco come into this one tied on points after the first two rounds of the season. They're lining up first and fourth here. Rocco will be looking to try and get a good start and get onto the back of Nils as quickly as he can, but SD12 and Luck more than worthy of their spots here as they're coming out of Luffield.
I've already given the comments a choice of who they believe might take the W here tonight, and Lightblade's choice is Luke Morato, that's currently sitting in first place.
Luck Morato is a good shout. Nils Barca starting on pole. I don't want to be the cliche and just go for the pole sitter. I think SD12 has got a great chance here tonight. He loves Silverstone. He always goes well here. SD12 does love Silverstone. Yeah,
he was only 4 tenths off in qualifying, but I'm going to go for Ratchet. And here we are with green lights here.
Yeah, here we are then in towards Cops Corner for the first time. We see SD12 is on the outside, but Nils Barca holds on to the lead there. Luck Morato has already got Rocco looking to his outside. Rocco will have the inside for Maggots, but I think that Luck's just about going to hold his luck there on the outside. We've got Rompu there in fifth ahead of Raki. There's Ratchet, Scuderia, Paul, Spuzz in ninth place. Very clean first few corners, and the whole pack seems very, very safely through that first part of the track. Nils Barca though leading out of Chapel down the hanger straight for the first time. He's got a bit of a gap here. SD12 is off, yeah, and he's rejoined. He had to cut the corner there, as we see also there's a pink McLaren extremely wide in the background there.
Chaos. A lot of chaos here.
Yeah, it was the pink McLaren there of, was it Ratchet? No, in fact, no. Ratchet's in a black, McLaren. So yeah, but I don't know who that was, but it's currently Nils Barca leading us. Oh, and it looks like we've had a change for second place here, as we see there. Luck Morato's got himself into second place, has he? No, Rocco's got second place, so he's actually ahead of Luck Morato there, so he's made that move on him coming through the Vale chicane. Rompu there in fourth place just behind these guys, as we can see Raki making a little look to the inside on Rompu at the moment, can't get anything done, but the top sort of 10 drivers here have broken away a bit from the rest of them. There's Stones, Jay Polotto and Awesome Gumball in the background of that. There's Spuzz coming out of Club Corner out onto the international pit straight, and Just Dan's, don't know how it's pronounced, he's way off with them at the moment, so don't know what's happened to him, but he's had a nightmare of a start to this race. But Neil's currently leading down the Wellington straight down towards Brooklands for the first time, and he's got a massive lead here already. Rocco has got himself into second place, the man sat second in the championship, looking to try and chase him down. Raki looking to the inside of Rompu into Brooklands, can't get anything done, a little bit too far back, but everybody else pretty strong out at the moment. Jay Polotto looking to try and size up Awesome Gumball in this battle for what is 12th place here in this one, but Nils is going to be pretty happy with that one, Ian. He has absolutely ridden off at the start of this one.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of everybody else squabbling for the first corner and trying to get their nose ahead, but unfortunately.
Ian, do you read?
That's all that.
Ian?
Hello?
I don't know if that was on my end or if it was on yours. Yeah, I've got you now, mate. I've got you now. I don't know if that was mine or the stream, but I don't know, guys. Let us know if you heard Ian break up there, or was that just my end? Yeah. Sorry, mate. I didn't hear what you said. Didn't hear a word of that.
Oh no, it's just.
Sorry. I'm sure what you said was great. I'm sure what you said was brilliant, but I didn't hear it because you cut out for the entire sentence.
Yeah, it was just, it's just walking for the first corner. It's just allowed, Neil's just to run away, and at that point that I was talking to Iain, a 2 second gap. It's probably more now, but from what I last saw, we also did have a 1 second gap to. Who was it behind him? It was
Marato.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment he's starting to open up a bit, but Nils is continuing to pull away from these guys at this point. We see SD12 Dash trying to bring himself back into this mid-pack battle if he can. A little bit of an echo, says Sergey. Yep, I've noticed that. Look, watching the streams back over the course of the last week or so, but my upload is just completely and utterly dropped. So I do apologise for this, guys. If you can still hear us on the stream, we do apologise, and we will obviously have some action back on in a moment. You'll be able to see the action once again very shortly, but for the time being you obviously can't see a whole lot. You can only hear us as we talk about it, which is not ideal, as I'm sure you'd rather be able to see the drivers out on the track rather than listen to us talking about it. But right now Nils Barst is leading the race still, as the stream is now back up again, which is good to see.
Yeah, and I keep on lagging.
We see Raki on the back of Rom.
No, it's gone to me.
No, you'll notice in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Very strange. Really is. Oh, it's back up again now. So yeah, we're back on once again here, but currently Raki on the back of Rompu here, 3/10 of a second separating these guys in a battle for 4th and 5th, as we now see them coming down the pit straight. Can Rompu defend here from Raki? Raki's going to look to the inside, coming down towards Cops Corner. Can Raki get this one done? It's pretty fast here, not too much of a braking zone, and Raki does get that move done up the inside of Rompu. Beautifully done there. And Lexus up into 4th place ahead of the Ferrari. Looks like Nilsson's trying to get onto the back of SD12 Dash as well. Look at that, only 6/10 of a second between those two. Stones has got Yellow Army and Awesome Gumball in hot pursuit as well. And Spuzz a couple of seconds further off. Dan's has got Jai Polotto and Ratchet still pressuring him. Nils Barst's gap to Rocco isn't going up by as much as it was. It's staying at around 3.5-4 seconds. So maybe Rocco's starting to match Nils Barst. Try jumping out and jumping back in again, mate. It might sort it out. I don't know. As we've got Nana also in the room at the moment. Alright, mate. But we see Nils Barst there coming through Abbey at the moment. He's got 4 seconds here to Rocco. There's Luck Marato in the background of that in 3rd place, followed by Raki, who's already gapped SD12 by quite a bit since getting ahead of him. There's Nilsson there running in P6, followed by Stones. Yellow Army there in the background of this. with Spuzz there just behind him. Scooter Red Bull. Oh no, somebody's dropped it there. Coming out of club corner, somebody's completely dropped it there. Is that Ratchet? I think, no, it's not Ratchet, it is Awesome Gumball. Awesome Gumball has dropped it there out of club corner, coming down the start finish straight, and he's lost a lot of time there. He's down to last place here in this race. Not what he would needed there at all, as Just Dance is still keeping J-Pot Lotto at bay here, but both of them ahead of Awesome Gumball now, and Ratchet still on the back of this train. This is now a 3-car train instead of a 4-car train, as Awesome Gumball has lost the tail of these guys very much so here at the moment. We've got Emo Guy back in the party. Mate, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, you're loud and clear now. Hopefully it stays that way. Yellow Army. We just saw Awesome Gumball losing the car coming out of club corner. Unfortunate there for him, obviously. We can see Rompu and Spuzz here running pretty close to each other here in 9th and 10th places. But Nils Barca, 4 seconds is his gap at the moment over Rocco. And Yellow Army within a second of Stones at the moment. In fact, he's got ahead of Stones. Stones has lost out here to... No, hold on. Hold on. Oh, this timing board is atrocious, mate. Honestly, it's a nightmare. Yeah, there is Stones. Stones has lost it on the exit of Chapel. That's where Stones was. And Stones is now getting it going. In fact, it wasn't on Chapel, it was Beckett's. So Stones is now down to P10. So what a disaster there for Stones Racing in the number 71 Audi. He's lost a lot of time there. Unbelievable scenes as we've got Rompu on the back of Spuzz here in this battle for 8th place. Nils has opened up almost a 5-second gap to Rocco in these early stages of the race though.
Well, it's a possibility that Rocco will be trying to save his tyres, you know, wait then and try and extend the pit time, you know, maybe just by a few laps to try and get the jump on him.
Yeah, very potentially. You could be absolutely bang on there. We've got Raki there, not too far off in terms of SD12 dash behind him. Only 2.5 seconds separating those two at the moment. There's Nilsson there running in P6 ahead of Yellow Army, who's just behind him in 7th place. You got Spuzz there in the background in 8th as all. We see Scooter Air Paul very, very wide there coming out of... What is happening? Seriously, what's happening? This makes no sense. Honestly, this makes no sense. I don't know what's going on here. I'm a bit scared to restart my internet in case that ends the stream. It's a miracle that the stream has not gone off.
Some Gumball and J Photos, side by side, jumped in the handbrake.
The funny thing is, oh dear, as we see them two having a bit of a spin there.
Stones and Ratchet fell back again. My call for the race when I went round shouldered in the toilet.
Awesome Gumballs. Yeah, nowhere near J Polotto at the minute. Streams, yeah, I know he dropped off. He had that spin. Obviously, we saw it coming through Stowe Corner. But, well, right now, looks like the stream's back up again. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to tempt fate. Sorry. Ratchet closing up onto the back of Stones here, 7/10 of a second between these two. This really the only battle out on track at the moment, with Nils opening up a 5-second gap over Rocco. Luck a further 3 seconds back, and Raki's got ST12 maybe closing on him a little bit. We'll keep our eyes on that one as it develops. Spuzz is pretty close on Just Dance for the final top 10 spot, but this is really where we want to be looking at the moment. Ratchet driving as a reserve tonight, making his return to Motive. Used to race under the PSN name of Ratchetas before changing his name to AA Ratchet, and he's a member of Run DJC as well, I believe is Ratchet. So It's good to have him back as always. Run DJC, big supporters here at Motive, always had our backs, just like we've always accommodated them. And big thank yous obviously to the Run DJC boys in the chat, obviously Lightblade, Sergey and JR all in the chat, and Iain obviously alongside me in the box, also a member of the Run DJC squad. As we see here, Ratchet now trying to get a run here on Stones coming down towards Stowe corner. Is he going to have an opportunity here as he's having a look? It's a little bit too far back just at the moment. Yeah, he did give him a little bit of encouragement there. Coming down towards Vale now, still a little bit too far away just at the moment to make anything happen. But Spurs currently within 0.8 of a second of just stands at the moment as they're coming down the international pit straight, so that's one we've got to watch in the foreground there. Gap between Raki and ST12's gone up a bit. Raki's gained 0.2, that one's definitely ebbing and throwing at the moment.
The only other closest gap is...
Oh, Dan's has lost it. Dan's just had a bit of a wiggle there. He didn't completely lose the car, but he's lost out there. Spurs is up into 10th place. So just Dan's there just had a little bit of a moment there as he was getting onto the power out of Village, and that was all that Spurs needed to get himself up into the position, and didn't need a second invitation there. Great stuff there from Spurs as he's now into P10. We see in the background there Stones has managed to gap Ratchet a little bit over the last lap or so. The gap now 1.4 between those two, and ST12 gained 0.4 on Raki through that first sector, so this is very much race on for 4th place. They're a little bit adrift to the podium spots at the moment, but that could all change once we get to the pit window. But Nils has currently got a 5-second gap over Rocco, and that's...
Let's just see what...
Oh, as the stream is about to go down again. I can see, because on my OBS, it suddenly goes red, and I know then that it's about to go again. It always happens. Oh, mate. Seriously, I don't know why.
Yeah,
it's like every couple of minutes it goes down for a few seconds.
Yeah. Nils' last out was a 2-minute flat, and his best is in 2-minute flat. So he's feeling comfortable in the 2 minutes.
Yeah. It's a little bit lower the killer bits, see if that... it's not going to do any difference, to be fair.
You don't know that.
Well, we've lowered it to 2,500. Let's see if it makes it any easier.
He's made the move, he's got it done.
Yeah, so Ratchet now ahead of Stones in P11 in this race. We've got Nielsen currently closing up onto the back of Yellow Army a little bit, only about, what, 0.6 of a second between those two as they come over the line. Yellow Army's been running in 6th place for a little while, but Nielsen driving a really strong race here tonight here at Silverstone. In that Aston Martin, he seems to have found a little bit of confidence that maybe we haven't seen from Nielsen for a little while now, and that's great to see, as he's a bit of a Motive veteran here. As Nielsen has been with us since the very first season, back when we used to call him QTKP RCNF LCPA, otherwise known as Wi-Fi code. And I remember the first time Nielsen ever joined one of our servers, we were all looking at it and thinking, who's this guy who's just joined, this Wi-Fi password guy? And it turned out he was the guy who is Nielsen on the Discord server. But yeah, he's been with us for a little while now. Peter, I think he's a former racing driver actually, I believe, as far as I know. Used to race in Rallycross, I believe. Swedish, I believe. Swedish chap is Nielsen. Unsurprisingly, with the name. But John Jig says, evening all, welcome along John Jig, good to see you, regular in our GT4s and occasional reserve for our British GT Sprint Cup on a Saturday night. Always good to have John Jig here. John Jig, let us know who your pick is for tonight. Who's your favourite? At the moment it's looking like Nils Barster looking good for a win here. Raki's actually starting to bring the gap down a little bit to Luck, and SD12 coming with him here, so I don't know, maybe Luck's tyres are starting to go off a bit. Luck Morato could be struggling ever so slightly. Raki and SD12 do seem to be coming at him a little bit over the last couple of laps here, as Raki's currently got just over a second here to SD12 dash, and this is looking like a definitely going to be one to watch over the course of tonight, as we see Raki gained a 10th on him through that final sector, but both of them gained a couple of tenths on Luck Morato, who's currently occupying that final podium spot here. And Yellow Army's managed to gap Nielsen a little bit, just under 2 seconds now separating those two. Rompu's got Scooter Red Paul. He's been passed by Scooter Red Paul. Scooter Red Paul's made the move on Rompu. I assume he must have made that through Brooklands, because he seems to be a little way ahead of him now. So they're coming over the line to complete their 9th laps of the race, and Scooter Red Paul unmistakably up into 8th place there.
No, something happened to Rompu. He was a lot closer to Nielsen than what it was right now.
He was, wasn't he? I don't know what happened there to Rompu. He must have dropped it somewhere.
I shall use the powers of time travel to go and check.
Excellent, that would be wonderful there. Oh, as we see Rompu going a bit wide there, coming through Maggotts and Beckett's. And where is he? Has he got it back on? Oh, he's cutting the inside there of Chapel Curve. Back onto the track he comes. And yeah, that one is an interesting one. But Rompu a couple of seconds ahead of Spuzz at the moment. ST12 has got the gap down to 1.4 to Raki. Actually, Raki's pulled out a bit, but both of these two really making gains on Luck Morato in that 3rd spot at the moment.
Oh yeah, we went really way coming into the tight corners after the international.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now the tight right hander, he dropped it there. When I dropped it, he went really wide there.
Oh no. Such a shame there. As we see there, looks like Nilsson's now starting to drop off the back of Yellow Army a little bit, so I think Yellow Army must have dropped it a little bit, which caused Nilsson to fill up onto the back of him, because now it appears that Yellow Army has certainly got the pace over him for now. We see Scooter Red Paul there running in 8th place. He's got just 3 seconds of a gap here, back to Rompu running in 9th place. Spuzz still on the back of Rompu here. There's Ratchy, the further 7 seconds off for the back of Spuzz at the moment. Just stands a long way behind there, just coming out of the loop, out onto the Wellington Straight. He's got J Polotto for company there. And then these guys are a little way clear of Stones and Awesome Gumball running at the back, but these two still going. Good to see. They haven't thrown in the towel, they haven't given up, they haven't got defeatist about it. They've just kept going, kept believing, and they will get good points as a result. So there's every reason to keep going and keep pushing.
Oh, he went really well.
Who did? Oh no! What's he retired for? What's he retired for?
All I saw was he went really, really wide.
Did he hit the wall maybe? He's out. He's retired. What? What's he done that for?
I have no idea.
Oh, just as we said, it's good to see them sticking with it.
You just have to see it.
And he's got him thrown in the towel. Well, I never.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got right onto the tail end of the Rompus Ferrari right now.
That's got me down a bit.
His choice. He's one that was out in good racing.
Oh, it's his problem, but oh well. Anyway, Spuzz on the back of Rompu right now, 0.3 of a second currently between those two. The gap at the front though, this one is an interesting one. Yeah, Rocco has just gained about 4 seconds on Nils, so as Nils dropped it somewhere, his tyres starting to go. Is that causing him to make a few mistakes here out in front? He's been having it his own way pretty much since the beginning here as Nils Barca. Rocco's been matching his pace at points over the course of the first 20 odd minutes of this race. We're approaching the pit window here. Does Nils come in and get his tyres changed quickly? Does Rocco try and get the undercut on Nils? What's going to happen here? This one is going to be fascinating as Nils there is taking royally advantage coming through that part of the track. Absolutely running through another town there, coming on the exit of Stowe Corner.
Oh, right, okay. It's not a big thing. But on the exit of the same corner of the Rompu messed up. He kind of clipped into the grass and then just about spun, but he managed to hold it. I don't see why that would cost him that much time.
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely the loss doesn't really equate to the indiscretion, does it? I don't think.
No, not really.
It's not really. No, I wouldn't say that's really worth the. Yeah, they're definitely. This doesn't really. No, I don't think he's really deserved that. No, I don't think he really deserved that. But seems like something's definitely gone wrong somewhere. But Neil's still out in front. It's got a 4-second lead almost to Rocco. That gap's staying at around the same at the moment. Ratchet's now still close on the back of Spuz here. Ratchet obviously got ahead of just Dan's. Did he? Or did he? Yeah, he did. He's already pulled out 12 seconds to him.
Oh yeah.
Wow, so he's really put in the times over the last few laps. He's now on the back of Spuz here in this battle for P10. Rocco gained another half a second though, coming through that final sector there. The gap down to 3.1 at the front, and Nils Barca at the moment hanging on by a thread here. I wouldn't say complete. I wouldn't say he's on. I wouldn't say he's teetering on the edge, but for sure Rocco seems to have the momentum at this point.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be. I feel like he was doing like a tire or fuel save. Well, he didn't have fuel save in the Lexus, but I think he's definitely done like a tire save because the gap's now 3.4.
Yeah, Neil's gained 3/10 coming through that part of the track, so he's got that pace advantage. Obviously, the Ferrari through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel is going to be strong because it's a jack of all trades. The Ferrari's the best all-rounder in this GT3 division, but cars like the Lexus are going to be quick down the straights. Yeah, pit window's open now, so we see Spuz, the first driver to pull the trigger, had to wait for the pit window to open. Hopefully he actually went in the pits after it opened and he didn't jump the gun there, otherwise he'll have to come in again, and here the pit stop that he's doing right now will be a complete waste, and it was as if it would never have even happened. But Victor Alvarez in the comments, good to see Victor. As always, gotta love motive racing, great racing and drama. You can't make this up. You certainly can't, Victor, you certainly can't. This is real life reality TV. It is sport, it is sporting, it is history in the making. It's sporting genius from these drivers out on track, as we've got Nils Barca with a 4.4 second lead at the moment over Rocco, and Lutmerato 10 seconds off for the lead. Raki a further 4 seconds back, about 14-15 seconds off for the lead at the moment. Has managed to gap ST12 dash a little bit over the last few laps. That's now 3 seconds separating those two. You got Yellow Army running in 6th place at the moment. I want to say a big shout out to Yellow Army just because of his name, really, because I'm a Watford boy. Well, I can't believe I've forgotten what it was. Let me just go into my DMs with him. It's on my DMs with him. Let's have a quick look. It's on my DMs. So yeah, his team is Roda JC, and I believe they're a Dutch team. Yeah, it is. No, it is SV Meerkerk.
Ah.
No.
Make up your mind.
SV Meerkerk in the Netherlands. Yeah, that's what Yellow Army's team is, and obviously he's been to Watford as well. Funnily enough, he told me he's been to went to Watford back in 2006. So he's familiar with the Yellow Army of England as well. Obviously, there's 2 Yellow Armies in the Premier League now, Watford and Norwich. But we see Nilsson and Rompu both in the pits at the moment. ST12 has done his pit stop. He's got it done out of the way, and he's now back out on the track. And Spuz and Stones have also got it done and out of the way. So lots of drivers getting it done and out of the way nice and early here.
Yeah, sometimes it is better to do it as soon as possible, especially given how big the track is. But some people would prefer to do it a little bit later. Sorry, we're boring you.
Shut up, it's alright. I'm knackered as well. I've yawned a couple of times. I've had to pull the mic out when I've done it. I'm so tired.
I'm just tired.
Same here, man. Same here. I feel you. I'm tired as well. I feel you. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, but some people just prefer to do the long game, see how the tires are, see what the position is, see if they are still gaining time on far ahead, but it doesn't look like Rocco is still, that gap's starting to go back up now, it's back to 5.3.
Yeah, I imagine that Nils must have made a mistake or something. As we see here, Rocco's just putting a lap there on that's a Ron DJC car. That is Rompu there. We see Luck and Raki both in the pits at the moment, so they're making their mandatory stops. So that still leaves obviously the two leaders, Nils and Rocco, as well as Yellow Army, Scudero, Paul, Ratchy, Just Dance, and Awesome Gumball. These guys have all got to come in at some point over the next 5 minutes. But right now it looks like Nils Barca has control over this race, and he's got that 5-second gap at the moment over Rocco. And we can see there Rompu just behind him there in P13 in this race as things stand. Awesome Gumball in the pits. Do any of these other guys also follow suit and pull the trigger here? Nils is coming through the final part of the lap. He's just coming out of Brooklands into Luffield. Does he come into the pits as we're at the halfway mark now? If he's looking to try and change tyres and go the same distance on them as he's done it previously, this would be the perfect time. No, Nils is staying out and Rocco dives in. So P2 man Rocco coming in to make his pit stop. What about Yellow Army? He's a long way behind, to be fair, but he's not in the net third. The net third is currently Luck Morato and Raki in the net fourth. But Raki seems to have gained a bit on Luck Morato over this pit window. The gap's now down to 3 seconds between those two, so this is battle on for third place here in this race.
We just need to keep an eye on them, make sure that nothing bad comes of the time that he's gained right now.
Well, yeah, like you say, it could be down to tyres, couldn't it? If he's opted not to change tyres in the pit stops, then those tyres will be definitely on a knife's edge by the time we get to the end of the race. And obviously let's hope that he hasn't been abusing the track limits. We have no reason to suspect that he would have been. There's no reason, we have absolutely no probable cause whatsoever to assume that he has been abusing track limits, do we? You know, we've got no probable cause. So unless it flashes up on the screen, I suppose we just got to assume that he's doing the right thing.
Yeah, well, it's as easy as it is to cut corners at Silverstone. It's sometimes that could be a route. It could be.
You're right, mate.
No, sorry, it was a small hiccup. Sometimes it can't always be beneficial. Sometimes when you think that I've cut that corner, then sometimes you end up hitting the wrong part or hitting something wrong. And who's that number 31? Who's that? That is Rompu is sitting on the side of the track.
Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, Rompu's in the wall. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there to Rompu. He's rejoining the track here. He's in P12. I think he might be a bit further back down than that soon-ish.
Yeah, Awesome Gumball just coming up behind him.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, something's happened to Rocco over the pit window as well. What was the gap between... Rocco was about 10 seconds clear of Luck and Raki, wasn't he, before? And the gap is now down to 1 second between Rocco and Luck, so I don't know if Rocco's had a bit of a mare in the pit stops. We'll find out once Nils has been in. He might have changed tyres, and maybe Luck and Raki haven't, potentially. We'll have to wait and see, but real Nils Barca, the race leader, is in the pits. Scudero Paul will also need to come into the pits at the end of this lap, otherwise he will face the wrath of the stewards. And I'm sure he doesn't want that, does he, Ian?
No, definitely not. That's, at that point, it just invalidates all the effort you've just put into this entire race.
Indeed, yes. It's at the end of the day, the stewards are the ones with the final say, and you know they hold that trump card. You know, you got to keep them sweet. You got to be nice. You can't do any sillinesses with them, because if you abuse their trust, then that's it. You might as well kiss goodbye to any hopes and dreams and ideas that you have. Indeed, yes. But we see Rocco coming through the final corner woodcut out onto the start-finish straight. He's got Luck just behind him here, only a second separating those two. Raki there in the background. It's going to come over. Paul is obviously going to drop down the order here. Nils stayed out for... Oh, he's obviously been in the pits. Yeah, that's why. So he's out of the pits, obviously. Yeah, sorry, mate. Sorry, I'm half asleep. Oh dear. Right.
I've still got endurance race to do after this.
Mate, I felt that last Saturday when I drove the 6 hours of sim plays Silverstone on Project Cars, won the GTE class, and then straight on ACC to do the British GT comps. knackered.
We have a challenge here. Number 71 is 69.
In the meantime, Rocco's come out the same distance to Nils, so it looks like maybe Nils and Rocco have been into the pits, whereas Luck and Raki maybe have opted not to stop. So this has closed up the pack a little bit, and we've only got about 10 seconds now separating the top 4 drivers here, so it's not much at all separating these guys at the front, as Nils has still got the lead, but he's certainly not got daylight between himself and the others, that is for sure.
No, definitely not. Yeah, he's got 6 seconds, but that's still more than enough time than any driver needs to be able to get it. If he makes a mistake, then that's it. That's first place gone for you.
Absolutely, so he needs to keep on it, he needs to be sure that he's not making any mistakes and not giving any of these guys behind him an opportunity to pounce. But we see Scuderia Paul's on the back of Nilsson. My phone is on, like, next to no... Oh, it's out of battery. Alright, one sec, mate. I'm just going to grab my charger. I'll be back in a sec. One sec. Sorry. I'm sorry.
You had one job, and that's to do what I didn't do.
I'm sorry.
I know it's hypocritical, but make sure your phone is charged.
Apologies.
You give me a load of whack for not charging my phone, but yet you can't even do it yourself.
Yeah, I'm a hypocrite.
Yes, you are.
I'm a massive hypocrite. And what? What are you gonna do?
It's like your phone's an iPhone, isn't it?
Like all other people, I get all upset at other people and say, oh, you can't be trusted. You know, you're this, you're that. You're exactly what's wrong with the world. And yet I do exactly the same thing myself. It's like, I'm a massive hypocrite.
Your phone's an iPhone, isn't it?
I complain about how other people are everything that's wrong with the world. I complain about how other people are everything that's wrong with the world, with the fact that because of them we can't trust each other and we can't function as a successful human race, and yet I'm exactly like them in every single way. You know, I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world. Say again?
Is your phone an iPhone?
Yeah, I've got a triple charger. I've got oh, you know what? Do you remember the other day we were having that conversation about that microphone that I got for Christmas? My uncle bought me a microphone for the streams. Yeah. I bought a charger which is it has a lightning cable, it has a USB Type-C, and it also has a micro USB. And do you know what? It just will not work. The microphone does not work on my PlayStation. I've tried everything. I've looked on YouTube, I've looked for tutorials, it does not work.
You do because 9 times out of 10 microphones like that are only compatible with PC.
So it'd only work on Discord comms, it wouldn't work on PlayStation comms.
Yeah, because it has to have certain software installed. It needs drivers, it needs updates, it needs all that.
Well, in the meantime, we see Scuderia Paul making a move on Nilsson there, so he's up into 7th place. In fact, no, hold on, is that Nilsson? Yes, it was. Yeah, so that was Paul making a move on Nilsson, yeah. But, yeah, I've had a bit of a mare there. I think I will be able to use the mic at some point, maybe eventually when Motive is on PC. Ian, I've been meaning to talk to you about this. You're on PC. We could start up a PC league, we could do the comms, you could share your screen with me and I could run a stream through your share screen. That's genius. Genius. Motive PC league's coming to you soon.
Yeah.
Job done. Easy. Why didn't we think of this before?
I have no idea.
Now we know. Now we have a plan.
Well, we'll see.
I mean, I've just come up with it. I've just pitched it to Ian and he hasn't had a chance to agree with it or debate it or even disagree yet.
We'll run a few tests, see if my internet can handle it first. If they can, then we'll go from there.
I remember one time when we did try to run a PC league until the people who set it up decided to jump ship at the first week of the season. But yeah, no, we tried to run a PC league, and I tried streaming one of the races from Ian's perspective, and it could have been better, couldn't it? Could have been better, yeah, could have been a lot better. But ultimately, that was just a bit of a trial, and we hadn't done it before at that point, so.
And plus at that point, I can easily hardwire my phone to the PC, that way I have Ethernet connected, not Wi-Fi connected.
Very true, yes, that is true. So that it could be a lot better. So who knows, maybe next time we'll have a much more clearer stream on the PC side.
4K. We'll catch
4K.
Stuffing up in 4K.
4K through Emo Guy's Samsung Galaxy 4, created in 2012. Oh, that's 12, fair days.
A12, sorry.
A12. I don't even know which one's which. Is that the recent one?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. So he's up to date with his technologies. We can see here AAA Ratchet looking to the inside of Spuz, coming into Brooklands, thinking about that move up into 9th place. At the moment, that McLaren doesn't seem to have the grunt down the straight on the Ferrari, and he's having to tuck in for the time being. Spuz holding on to that one by the skin of his teeth. The gap at the front between Nils and Rocco staying at around the same. It's staying at about 5-6 seconds at the moment. Luck Morato still running in 3rd place. He's got a 4-second gap to Raki, but we're seeing here Ratchet really piling the pressure on Spuz at the moment. They're coming into Cop's Corner here for the 20th time in this race, but Ratchet just doesn't seem to be able to butter any crumpets at the moment on Spuz. He's got the run though. Oh, we see Ratchet's got the run. Ratchet's got the run. Can he get this move done? I think he's going to get it done. Yes, he does. Ratchet's passed him into Maggots. You say Awesome Gumball and Danto in a battle. Oh, Spuz has gone deep. Spuz has gone wide into Maggots. He's gone straight on there. He's cut the corner in between Maggots and Chapel, and oh my goodness, he's mowing the lawn. He's mowing the lawn. Spuz emerges there onto the hangar straight. He's lost out massively to Ratchet there. You say Awesome Gumball and Dan's having a fight.
Yeah, Awesome Gumball got the move done going into the second to the last corner.
Oh, brilliant stuff there from Awesome Gumball. Shame about Rompu, says JR. Yeah, absolutely. What a shame there to lose Rompu prematurely in this race. Retired the car presumably about 3 laps ago. Look at that. He's actually parked up so that his car is literally like his bonnet is literally facing. He's literally like touching the garage. He's literally. It looks like he's just crashed his car into the garage. That looks brilliant. Oh, that looks brilliant. Full marks to you, Rompu, if you've done that on purpose. That looks very atmospheric. But right now we've got Nils Barster leading this race by about 6 seconds here over Rocco. We've also got Nana watching the stream with me at the moment. She's quiet this evening. I don't think Cheese Monkey's not racing, so she's not enjoying this, are you, Nana?
No.
Are you enjoying it without Cheese Monkey on the track?
I was just looking for it.
No, he's not racing tonight.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Ian. I'm commentating with Ian.
Oh.
What do you think I was doing the whole time?
Huh?
What did you think I was doing the whole time?
I thought you were just commenting. I didn't know who to...
Oh, fair enough. we got Nils here filling up. I know. I was thinking, like, did she just think that I was just sat here having a conversation with you or something?
With myself, which isn't really, I would say it's, I'm under you to do that.
No, to be fair, I do talk to myself a lot. I'm joking. I don't. I'm joking. I'm not crazy. I'm just chronically stressed.
Monkey, not Boss Monkey.
Sorry.
Can you check your nest?
Nest? I haven't got a nest.
Huh?
I haven't got a nest.
Yes, you have.
Oh, yeah. You mean the National Insurance Savings thingy? What's it, doodah? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, I will check that after this, Nana, but for the time being, we've obviously got a race here at Silverstone in the GT3s on ACC on the PlayStation 4 and 5 here at Motive. Yeah, and I'll check it out after, don't worry.
You'll be gone.
That's the only savings I've ever managed to accrue in my whole life, my pension.
It's better than what I've got.
I might just retire now and just cash out on the £400 I've saved up in my pension. Just live off of that.
That's like £600 less than what I need for Canada. I'll give it here.
Oh, one sec, mate. One sec. I'm just gonna pick this up. Will be 2 seconds. I'm really sorry.
Now, everybody in the comments, please put in a comment saying "Damn you, Andy." for leaving me here when he is the one that's supposed to be doing the commentating. Yes, I'm here to help, but that is besides the point. So please leave a comment in the stream saying, "Damn you, Andy." Thank you very much.
Sorry about that. We are back once again. Quarter of this race still left to go, as we can see here. Ratchet looking to the outside of Nielsen here. Is he going to be able to get this done? I'm really sorry about this, mate. My mate keeps ringing me with about some very, very important stuff. Not. You see Ratchet there around the outside of Nielsen there, up into 8th place. You're right now. Anna, everything's alright. Stay and listen to the comms. You like the commentary. You like watching the races.
Is that bad?
Oh, it doesn't matter if it is, does it?
Huh?
It doesn't matter if it is. So what if it is? Anna, there's no need to be so upset. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. Stop it. He's alright. No, nothing to do with you, mate. Nothing to do with you. It's to do with my mate who rang me up. My nan has trust issues. Anyway, we are live on stream right now, so let's keep it profesh. So, Nils, anyway.
Just before we go back to that and to this, you're also on Discord, and you might want to read it.
All right. Is it big things or? What's it got to do with?
Things after this.
Every time I feel a bit more cheerful.
Have you sent it?
Not yet.
Don't you dare give him a load of money.
No, let's stop it.
Don't you dare. Because I'm coming back.
Oh, what? Do you need to shoot it off now, mate?
Unfortunately, because it's the whole way that the ACC servers work on PC with the teammate thing.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries, man.
Oh, Swift Dance has got a stop goal.
Yeah, he has. Well, no, cheers for joining me, mate. Sorry, guys. Ema guy's got to jump out now. He's got a driver swap race to get to, so he's got to jump out. He's starting a bit earlier than usual. I think we've overrun a little bit tonight. I did promise him we'd be done by just after 7, and it's obviously now 15:15, so obviously Ema guy's got to jump out. So cheers for joining me tonight, mate. I appreciate it, as always.
Thank you very much to everyone in the comments. Come here to support the drivers out on track, and I hope the race continues to be as exciting as it has been for the time that I've been here, and thank you very much for having me.
Thanks very much, mate. We'll catch you later.
Thank you. See you. Bye, everyone.
See ya. But right now we've got Nils Barcer currently still leading the race by 5 seconds. Rocco's managed to bring the gap down a little bit here over the last few laps, so it's now down to 5 seconds between those two. It's looking like a pretty interesting battle here. Rocco towards the end of the first stint was starting to bring the gap back down again to Nils, so I wonder if Nils takes a bit out of the tyres in the first part of the stint, and maybe Rocco's just saving his a little bit better. But whatever the case, it appears that it's coming down ever so slightly here. So here we are then, guys, 10 minutes left to go here for the GT3s at Motive on a Sunday night here on ACC, and it's currently 5.6 the gap here between these top two contenders in this race. Nils Barster and Rocco, they've been pretty much nip and tuck for the entire hour of this race. Nils Barster managed to get away at the start, but Rocco's been more than a match for him for most of it. Can he reel in this 5-second gap, or is Nils Barster going to just hold him at arm's length and hold on to this gap, which he has very, very well earned at this point? Luck Morato's dropped off a bit, Raki's fallen off of them over the course of this last stint. He's got a bit of a gap back to SD12 Dash running in P5. Yellow Army's still going in 6th place at the moment. Stugudo Paul running in 7th place as we see that's just Dan's having just done his stop-go penalty there. Ratchet running 8th, racing as a late stand in tonight. Great to have Ratchet out on track. Big shout out to him for jumping in. We got Nilsson running in 9th place at the moment. Then you got Spuzz in P10. Awesome Gumball in 11th there, just coming out of club out to just coming out of Abbey even into Village, and through Aintree he comes. Stones there running in 12th place at the moment. Not in the race that Stones would have wanted, I'm sure, but he'll get some good points for getting to the end, so I'm sure he's not going to be too upset. Some good points for a P12, and that will obviously pay dividends for him in the championship. Just Dan's still going in P13, having just done his stop go. Rompu retired from the race a few laps ago. 13 drivers still left in this race here as we're approaching the closing stages. The gap at the front staying at around the same, 5.6 separating Nils Barcer and Rocco, and at this point it's looking like Nils has done enough here to take the win. So the gap currently 5.6 here between Nils Barcer and Rocco at the moment. Is staying pretty much the same for the last few laps. It hasn't really gone up or down. These two matching each other's every lap at the moment. SD12's got a drive-through penalty. Oh no, what a shame there for SD12. He's in a good points playing position. He might drop down here a few positions, possibly down to 9th or 10th even, maybe. A lot of places here at the end of this race. See Spuzz there, 4 seconds off at the back of Nilsson. We saw Nilsson getting ahead a few laps ago. He's pulled out a 4-second gap since then. So SD12 will lose out to Yellow Army, Scuderia Paul, probably Ratchet as well. More than likely he'll get passed by Nilsson and Spuzz. And I imagine he'll probably come out in P10 ahead of Awesome Gumball. Gap up to 6.2 between Nils and Rocco, so Nils 0.6 quicker on that previous lap than Rocco. As the lap's winding down here at Silverstone, and Nils Barcer looking very, very good to take his second win of the season. It'll be a follow-up from his win in the first round at Spa, as we're just experiencing a bit of lag once again on the stream. I think that's now sorted itself out. Quite a fleeting bit of lag there, which is obviously better than a big bit of constant lag. So Stones appears to have done his pit stop. He's done that drive through now. 5 minutes left on the clock. Yellow Army's closing the gap to ST12. ST12's got to come in and make the pit stop. Scuderia Paul not too far from the back of Yellow Army also here, so that's looking like it could be a potential battle. Spuzz is closing the gap to Nilsson. Only 2 seconds now separating those two. Spuzz could be eyeing up a P9 here in this race. These guys are a little way off of Ratchet, who's running in 8th. Nils Barsa 2/10 quicker than Rompu on that previous lap, or on this lap should I say, so far. Rocco, did I say Rompu? I think I said Rompu. I meant Rocco. But Nils there coming over the line to start lap 28 of the race. There's Rocco. Gap still 6.4, so Nils was 2/10 quicker than Rocco on the previous lap. And barring any major catastrophes, Nils should be able to bring this one home for his second win of this season, and he'll have a small advantage over Rocco in the championship standings going into the 4th round of the season next week. For those who are interested, we'll be at Brands Hatch next week on the 6th of February. Same time, same place on the Motive Racing YouTube channel. Make sure you tune in, guys, for the latest development in what's seeming to be a pretty exciting championship battle here between Nils and Rocco. After this round, it will be 6 points in favour of Nils, but these two top of the championship, top 2 in this race, and they're heads and shoulders above the rest of them on today's evidence. Bit of a Hamilton-Verstappen rivalry maybe developing between these two. Luck Morato has managed to lose out to Raki. Raki's in the podium spot. Brilliant stuff for Raki Majay. Regular in our F1 league on a Friday night, and has had AC for a little while now. His son Joram is the F1 champion on the Codemasters Formula 1 game here at Motive. But Raki up into P3. There's Luck running in the background there in 4th place. He's just coming out of Abbey at the moment. As we see Scuderia Paul within 3 seconds of Yellow Army at the moment, and Spuzz 3 seconds off at the back of Nilsson at this point. So Nils Barsa's just coming on the exit of Stowe Corner at the moment. He's got about a lap and a half left to go. He'll get another lap in after the one that he's currently on. He's done everything right so far. That number 17 Ferrari's flown around Silverstone tonight. Hasn't had it all his own way. I think Rocco might have made a mistake on the previous lap. He's lost a bit of time here to the race leader. The gap now just over 8 seconds. I think Rocco may be pushing a little bit too hard, possibly sensing this is maybe his last chance to bring that gap down. Scuderia Paul's got the gap down to 2 seconds now to Yellow Army, and looks as though Spuzz is now very close on the back of Nilsson here. Less than 2 seconds separating these two in the battle for 9th place. What can Spuzz do here with Nilsson? Can he get onto the back of him? Can he force his hand here a little bit, or as they're coming onto what's going to be there? I think their penultimate lap of the race. As we see Nils now coming into Brooklands here. So he's about to start his final lap of the race, is Nils Barsa. He's just got a bit of traffic here in front of him. I believe that's Awesome Gumball there just coming through. So here comes Nils Barsa out of Woodcote and out onto the start finish straight here. So final lap of the race here for this man, looking on course to take his second win of the season. He's got 8 seconds now over Rocco, who took P2 in the first race of the season at Spa. And in fact, Rocco's had a series of P2. He's supposed to be his third P2 of the season so far. Rocco took a P2 in the first race at Spa. He followed that with a P2 last week at Monza. Outscored Nils Barca as Nils was third last week at Monza. It's going to be normal service resumed in obviously in relation to what happened in the first race. Sorry about that, controller died. But it'll be Nils P1, it'll be Rocco P2, like we saw in the first round of the season at Spa. As we're just a bit stuck on the menu there, apologies for that. But here he is then, the man of the moment, Nils Barca. He's just coming out onto the international pit straight now. He's just put a lap there on Awesome Gumball. Nils Barca took a very dominant win in the first race of the season at Spa. This one hasn't been quite so plain sailing. Rocco's definitely had him, I think, on edge at certain points. He's not been able to relax completely. He's had to pump in some really quick lap times. The gap has been sort of yo-yoing between about 3 and 5 seconds, and the last couple of laps Nils has pulled out a bit more of a gap here. But here he comes out of the loop and out onto the Wellington straight here. Nils Barca was tied for the Championship League coming into this round with Rocco. Rocco in P2 in this one will minimise the points lost here. Certainly not going to be a big gap, be a 6-point margin going into the next week at Brands Hatch. But here comes Nils Barca into Luffield here for the final time, and on to the power now. It's going to be Nils Barca who's going to take round 3 of the GT3s here at Motive, here on ACC on the PlayStation 4 and 5. Well done to Nils Barca as he wobbles around a little bit there, crosses over the line. Great victory there from Nils. Well done to you. Absolutely great stuff. Rocco coming over to take P2. I'm sure he's not going to be too upset with that. The championship battle is pretty close between these 6 points separating them going into next week at Brands Hatch. Raki's coming in towards Brooklands here, and it's going to be a podium finish. Great result here for Raki. So pleased for Raki to see him there in third place. Well deserved. Some great points for him in the number 213 Lexus there. A flash of the lights from Raki. Well deserved. Well done, mate. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Luke Morato is going to come around Woodcote here. It's going to be 4th place here. Lost out on the podium towards the end. Unfortunate there for him, but nonetheless some great points there for his championship. Scooter Red Paul coming in towards Brooklands, and it's going to be P5 here for Scooter Red Paul in the number 24 Mercedes. Got very used to him being in a Bentley last season, running the same livery as he ran last season, as he's now out of Woodcote, foot down and up towards the line. Scooter Red Paul is going to come home to take 5th place here at Silverstone. Yellow Army not too far behind Paul. It's going to take... Oh no, he's out of fuel. Yellow Army's out of fuel. Can he coast it over the line here? He's going to lose out to Ratchet. Ratchet takes 6th place here in this race. Yellow Army's just going to get over the line. Is he? Is SD12 Dash going to get him? He is. SD12 Dash comes over to take a 7th place here in Yellow Army. Is he going to get over the line? Oh, he's just going to get there. P8 for Yellow Army. He just had enough in the tank. By about 10 metres he got over the line. Yellow Army 8th place. Nilsson comes over in 9th ahead of Spuzz, who completes the top 10. Awesome Gumball and Stones have already finished in 11th and 12th places there. Just Dance comes over to take 13th place. Rompu retired a long way out. Jay Palotto retired in the opening stages of the race. But ladies and gentlemen, what a night of racing we've had here on the Motive channel. Congratulations to Nils on taking a well-deserved win there ahead of Rocco and Raki on the podium. Honourable mention obviously to my guy, joined me for the first part of the race, but had to jump out as he had his driver swap race on it on PC. I told him we'd be done by 7, and obviously we overran a little bit as I got the timings wrong in terms of the server, so apologies for that. I aim to be better in future, but big thank you everybody who joined us live on the stream, to those who commented. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Make sure you join us for our next ACC event. That'll be in the GT4s on Wednesday night at Zandvoort. We'll also be live tomorrow night for the XL F1 League. That'll be at 8:30 PM. But from all of us, it's a very good evening, and we'll see you in the next one. Good night.
if you